Chloe, can you help me here?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
The Haunting of Ellie Rose, which is also known as the title Not Alone. This is a 2015 movie starring ex-EastEnders star Lucy Benjamin. Now basically she plays the title character of Ellie Rose, and she's a woman with a troubled past. And at the beginning of the movie we get a little bit of a kind of a prologue, but the bulk of the story here focuses on Ellie as she's basically kind of moving out to this kind of this beach home, this kind of out of the way property on the coast, trying to kind of get away from kind of her basically her troubled past. And throughout the movie we're kind of peppered with various flashbacks kind of telling you what is happening and kind of unravelling a mystery of what appears to be some kind of murder here. I won't tell you too much about it. And she's haunted by ghosts, but are they literal ghosts or are they, figuratively speaking, is she being haunted? Anyway, you'll have to watch the movie to be kind of clear on that one. So let's talk about The Haunting of Ellie Rose. So when I have watched this film, I basically had a look at some of the other reviews and they were pretty much unanimous. This film is boring, is pretty much the title here, and it's fair to say I have to kind of somewhat agree with this film. Aside from the prologue, the first half an hour of this film is literally Ellie Rose's character just pottering around this kind of this summer home, basically staring off into this distance, looking sad, doing shopping, just doing regular stuff. And there's no other actors on here. It's boring. We don't want to see this. It's literally half an hour of stuff before anything really happens, to be quite honest with you. And even when we do get other characters entering the kind of the picture here, and the kind of the plot starts to unravel, it is such a snail's pace. It is unfortunately somewhat of a boring film, and that's going to be overall the biggest criticism here. Now, this film, it is maybe a little bit misleading about what it's actually doing. This isn't your kind of typical haunted house film, I would say. It certainly has horror elements in it, and there are, I've got to say some positive things here. There are some gore scenes here, and they are very effective. The gore here looks very realistic and is done really well. And another good thing I always think is it's fairly well shot as well. It's only really kind of one location, a few scenes in another location, but for the most part it's really just one location. And I have to say the photography is quite good. But unfortunately the story here is just plain boring. And it does have a bit of a twist to it, but you can kind of see the twist coming a mile off. I mean, it's so obvious about what's kind of happening here, so it really isn't any kind of surprise. And I don't know, it's just really Lucy Benjamin that is kind of carrying this film. It's all on her shoulders, and you know, I don't think she's a bad actress, to be honest with you, but the situations that she puts him in seem just really kind of cheesy, really obvious, and kind of some of the dialogue between other characters, you think this doesn't seem natural. Obviously there's something else going on here. There are a couple of, like I say, quite effective horror scenes in here, but unfortunately the vast majority of this movie is boring. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot going on. This is one of these films, don't be fooled from this cover. The zombie little girl, nothing to do with this film. It's really a kind of a psychological horror more than anything else. So, can I recommend this film? Not really, if I'm completely honest with you. It is kind of not a particularly interesting film that is kind of low budget. You know, even the ideas that it does have, I don't think were particularly well executed. There were a couple of good physical touches here, the camera work, the gore effects, and like I said, the acting wasn't too bad here, but overall it just isn't an interesting film. So I'm going to give this movie a 3.5 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.